Well, good morning. From a nice calm morning here in Nagasaki. I'm on my way to the bus station now to catch a 3-hour bus to Fukuoka. However, that's just the first part of the journey. When I catch that 3-hour bus, I wait an hour and 20 minutes in Fukuoka, and then I'll have to catch a 6-hour bus to Hiroshima. It's a lot of travelling, but you know what? I don't care. It's part of the experience. Anyway, I'll catch you from the bus.
お客様のためシートベルトの着用をお願いいたします。またお手持ちの乗車券、回送券は紛失されますと現金でのお支払いとなりますので、バス停到着まで大切に保管されるようお願いいたします。
First leg done. Just arrived in Hakata, Fukuoka, so have an hour to kill. Gonna explore the bus station, grab a bit of food in the convenience store so that I can eat it on the next part of the journey. They actually have the 100 yen store also in the bus terminal, which is pretty cool. So I'll just have a look around there, maybe grab a bag of, I don't know, candy, some kind of a candy. I'll catch it on the next bus. Can you believe even the bus terminal, they've got this kind of thing? It's like the whole floor just full of machines, arcade machines and all kinds of stuff. Bookshop and everything, so it's basically a shopping centre. Made it to Hiroshima. Oh, it feels good to be back, you know. This is probably one of my favourite cities in Japan. It could be my favourite big city. I know all of the cities have their own kind of thing that is unique to them, but there's something about Hiroshima, I don't know. Every time I think back on my time here, I remember it real vividly. I can remember everything. And you know, you walk down here, look around, it seems like a normal Japanese city, right? People walking around, people queuing up to go for food, people shopping, cars driving by, everything normal. But there's something else when you know the history of this city. It adds kind of, there's a little layer there that you can nearly just sense, if you know what I mean. There's just something there. Let's go somewhere very important. Wasn't that very nice? I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I'm assuming it was paying tribute to the victims of what happened here in Hiroshima. We'll go over this way in a minute, but I just want to talk about this area. So this is the Peace Park that I'm in right now. The Peace Park is kind of, I guess you could say, a triangular shaped island of sorts in the middle of Hiroshima. So this is the base of it, and it goes into a point up here. And this place, before 1945, it wasn't Peace Park, of course. This was a downtown residential area, so this place would have had streets lined with shops, houses, schools. You know, this was a pretty busy residential area. And then on the 6th of August 1945, the first atomic bomb was dropped here in Hiroshima, just 3 days before Nagasaki's bomb was dropped. And everybody here that had been working on these streets, living on these streets, going to school on these streets, was evaporated, basically, along with all of the buildings, along with all of the greenery, anything gone in a flash, just rubble and dust. And that spread out a bit further than Nagasaki's bomb did, because the terrain in Nagasaki, sorry, there's a bike going by, the terrain in Nagasaki is like in a basin with mountains up at the side, so it was kind of contained in that general area, whereas Hiroshima, although there are mountains, it's much more spread out, so the impact of that atomic bomb really just you know, just wiped everything out. And by the end of 1945, the death toll here in Hiroshima was over 140,000 people. 140,000. Isn't that just absolutely insane? And you know, like Nagasaki was already bad because the death toll there was over 70,000. But 140,000 plus people died, not just as a result of the blast, the instant blast, but from injuries afterwards, whether it's radiation burns, fires, malnutrition, disease. You know, it was just, the whole place was just devastated. And it's strange when you're walking around here, like, it's hard to think that this place that was once, how would you put it, a place of destruction, basically. It was a place of destruction. This thing, there was nothing here, not a thing, except for one building over in the distance, but we'll go to that very soon. Not a thing. And now you're walking through it. It's a peace park, it's beautiful greenery. It doesn't feel like a place of destruction, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It feels like a place where you can walk around and breathe and be at peace, which is crazy to think. 80 years ago, there was nothing here. Nothing. To me, it's insane, you know, and how they've rebuilt. I said the same thing in Nagasaki, but the resilience of the people here, you have to admire it. You have to. It's absolutely insane. We go check out a couple of things around the park, though. And this building that you see in front of me here, this big concrete building that stretches across the bridge in the middle, this is the Atomic Bomb Museum. Now, I was in it last time I was here, and I tell you one thing, it is shocking sad. You're walking around and it gives you all like the stories from some of the survivors, and there was the one story in particular is very sad about a child who, I won't get into it, but anyway, it's a person's story from after the war. They survived the bombing and eventually, as a child still, died of cancer from the radiation. So when you're walking around, like I'm nearly getting choked up thinking about it, but walking through and just reading the story, seeing the clothing that the school children were wearing at the time, it's really you know, gets to you big time. But absolutely, if you're in Hiroshima, which is a place I couldn't recommend you visit more. It's so nice and it's so modern as well. This is a must-go place. This museum is just incredible inside. It's so sad, but you know, they don't advocate for revenge or anything. That's the weird thing, the message that they give at the end when you get to the kind of the aftermath part of Japan's history of the war. It's kind of a uplifting, like it symbolizes that the Japanese don't want this ever to happen again, and it should never happen anywhere in the world. But yeah, really just a very interesting place, very emotional place. Now this here is the cenotaph. Now it looks like it's sheltering something, but it actually is, because here underneath it is inscribed the names of everybody who died here during that terrible event. Now you may have seen the little inscription underneath the cenotaph there, and that translates into English as "Let all those who lay here rest in peace, for we shall not repeat the evil." I think that's a very moving kind of words, you know. It would have been so easy for a place like this to want revenge quick, you know, hold a grudge, and you wouldn't even blame them for it, but you know, they haven't. They've given a message of hope, and you have to admire that. It's quite takes some resilience to do that. Like, you know, If only other places learned from something like that. Don't think they will, but one can hope. So that flame that you've just seen there, that's called the Flame of Peace, and it was first lit in 1964, and it said that it will only go out when there's no more nuclear weapons in the world. However, the way things are going in the world, I kind of have a feeling that the flame is going to be lighting for quite a long time, unfortunately. And we're coming across to another amazing building here. Now we're coming up probably to the most iconic building in Hiroshima, the most well known. That is the atomic bomb dome. Now this building is only standing still because of luck. That's all, just pure luck, not because of the way it was built. So how do I mean it was lucky? Well, you see, when the atomic bomb dropped, it explodes about 600 meters above its target. And for this building, this just happened to be right below where the atomic bomb exploded. So about 600 meters above, blew up. And the pressure came straight down. And because this building had thick concrete walls, the force coming down towards the ground caused very little damage. However, of course, when it hit and it exploded outwards, it gutted the place, all the windows exploded, killed everybody inside. So the only reason this building actually is standing is pure luck. And you can see at the top here, all the steel is mangled, obviously from the, not only from the impact, but from the heat generated by an atomic bomb. It's crazy because when you're standing here in front of it, you know, it's nearly like time stands still, if you know what I mean. I mean, this, you know, I don't know, there's something about looking at this piece of history that's been preserved, that hasn't been touched. It's been left as it was that day in 1945. This is exactly how it looked just after the bomb hit. Isn't it crazy? Really, like, it's easy to look back on history and just say, oh yeah, well, of course it's history, it doesn't affect us. Of course it doesn't directly, but you know, for some people that lived here, grew up here, this was part of their life, this became part of their history. You know, it's 140,000 people killed here. And this is one of the only buildings that survived the blast. There's a couple that survived out further. But yeah, it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's horrible. Really is horrible. However, as I said, this city goes on. We've got a huge shopping area down here. Straight ahead, this is a baseball stadium, I believe. I'm almost certain it's a baseball stadium. They've got a lovely park there. They've got a lovely park over here with a castle in it. Hiroshima Castle, which is also a gorgeous place. So, you know, they have given this place life again when before there was very little life remaining. Oh, yeah, just insane. Sorry if I keep, you know, I'm not exaggerating it, but when you're here, you'll understand. As I said, there's kind of a weird layer to the city when you understand the history. It's a weird sense that you get. It's very heavy, but at the same time, you know, what they've done with the place is nothing short of a miracle, basically. I mean, this place is sprawled out miles and miles out each way, big population, big shopping area, huge residential areas. So yeah, you have to admire it. It's insane. And you can see here, I'm at the tippy top of the Peace Park. So as I said to you, it's like a triangle here. Imagine all of that being a residential zone. Just think of it. All along here there was shops, houses, people going to school, and in the blink of an eye, all of that was gone. There's one more little thing I'd like to say about this area, or Hiroshima in general. You know, people could look at this city and say it's probably Japan's saddest city, and I wouldn't disagree with you. However, when you look out here, as I said just a minute ago, what they've done since that horrible day, 6th of August 1945, I'd say it's probably the most inspiring city in Japan. So, checked in and I'm back out. Now, Hiroshima might be known as the first place that the atomic bomb was used, and it gives it a kind of a heavy atmosphere. However, it's also known for another thing, and that is their very good food, more specifically okonomiyaki. To call okonomiyaki a Japanese pancake would not really be doing it justice. So you might ask, what is okonomiyaki and how do I explain it? It's a food that's cooked on a hot plate right in front of you. The hot plate goes all along the countertop and everybody eats in front of the countertop. And the chef in front of you makes okonomiyaki. So it's a layer upon layer dish of noodles, batter, cabbage, pork, egg, all fried layer by layer. You know, it's messy, it's filling, but more importantly, it's absolutely delicious. And I know just the place that we can get it. There's a food hall not too far from here called Okonomimura. Oh, I'm gonna mess up the name. Okonomimura. And this is a 3 or 4 story food hall. It's full of places selling their own version of okonomiyaki. So when you're in Hiroshima and you're looking for okonomiyaki, that is absolutely the place to go. Let's make our way down there now. Here we are, the stairway to Okonomimura. Let's check this place out. Check this out. It's okonomiyaki everywhere. All kind of selling the same thing. Pretty cool. Oh my god, it's everywhere. Just so much okonomiyaki everywhere you go. Where we go here, you see they cook it on these hot plates in front of you. I'm just going up to the third floor now, but this is just insane. Everywhere it's just okonomiyaki. Look, you can see all the cabbage here, bean sprouts, egg, pork inside. Oh. It's lovely. Well, that was lovely. And my little neighbour sitting at the chair beside me was a Scottish fella, so I was talking to him. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. That worked out for that, and the drink, just a Coke I got, was about €8, and I'm stuffed. So much in it: noodles, cabbage, bean sprouts, meat, egg, you know. crazy. And that was the extra one. You can get one without the egg, for example. If the egg is in the mix, but without the fried egg on top, and it only costs like 800 yen, €5. But I wanted something a little bit, I don't know, a little bit better. You know, not just normal version. So that's gonna do it from here today in Hiroshima. I've got a good plan for tomorrow. It's supposed to be raining, but I'm still gonna go ahead with the plan. So yeah, there's more to discover in this gorgeous city. Trust me, I'm just outside the city. So trust me. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.